Hi, I'm Stephen Hand from Archery Supplies. This is a Dominator Duo and this is a Dominator Duo. They're both black cherry. I'm going to say there's a slight colour difference between them, but they are both black cherry. Both got white limbs. One has got the M2 cam and one has got the SE cam. So the SE cam, I'm not sure if it's fatter cam beefed up compared to the SE cam on your other PSE bows. This one's 340 feet per second, this one's 350 feet per second. These bows have had amazing results in World Championships, and also it makes me wonder whether a kid from Denmark could have won a World Championships with this, but just the World Championships have just been decided and it's been won by this kid from Denmark. So, and not this kid from Denmark. So, anyway, I'm interested in which one's better for target shooting. There's a lot of people shooting the ME cam for target shooting and doing really well on a world stage. And this is equivalent to your Hoyt SVX cam. It's more aggressive. So I just wanted to have a couple of shots and see which one I prefer. I would suggest for beginners, this one's going to be a lot easier to shoot than this one, but let's take a couple of shots and see. Okay, so we're going to try the ME2 cam first. This is the fast one. So I'm going to just talk a little bit about this bow. It's been on the market for a while. The first one I had was green. I think the anodizing looks much better with this color, but I'm going to say greens and tans are really popular in 2023, so that's just personal choice. Now, tunability, these little clip things that come in here, I'm going to say they're much easier to do than the old shimming the cams. So much easier to do than the old system in 2022 if you're going to move the cam from left to right. However, I'm going to say the shim systems or the tunability on a Bowtech or Elite is superior because it's a little Allen key thing to move it left to right. Alright, so now I'm just going to sort of talk about stuff and views about what people have been saying about this bow. There's not things I said about in this review. There's no limb locking. Didn't like the price point of this bow when it came out. I thought it was too high. Then Matthews bring out their bow and just like go, bugger pricing, we're just going to up the price to whatever we want, right? Makes this bow look really cheap. So I don't know. Right, so now if you're a world archer, and I'm talking a world competitive archer, these cams are probably okay. Short valley, draw back hard against the wall, high speeds, and you'll see whole bunch of world archers, and hopefully I can throw up some photos of people who won a world-class events with these cams, right? An average archer is not your world-class archer. Your average archer shoots a few arrows a day or a few arrows a week. In my view, this cam's too hard to shoot and you're going to shoot poorer for shooting it. That's my view. I could be completely wrong. That's my view. I would prefer a bow that's easy to draw and it's going to be easier on your body. Because I'm going to say at the end of the day, the difference between one bow and another bow is so little that you can barely pick it, right? So, but when you're looking for the finite, like a little 1 or 2 points out of 700 points, this bow might be your answer, okay? So, but if you're an average archer and you vary by 10 points or 20 points every time you shoot, this bow or any bow, it gets back to the archer, shooting volumes of arrows, right? But this bow intrigues me because it's so fast and I'm like, is this going to give me a massive advantage in wind? Is it going to give me a massive advantage for 3D? Is it going to give me a massive advantage for field? Now, I've sold a couple of these bows. Okay, I'm going to say the people who have brought them have shot their personal bests. Okay, so with them, they're very happy with them. Okay, I haven't sold many of them. I think the price point's a little high. Beginners generally are at a lower price point. Okay, so that's the majority of your sales. So let's just try this out. And now I'm going to talk about one of my friends. He's owned pro shooter, one of the best shooters, I'm going to say, in the world. He's owned Hoyt, Elite, Bowtech in this last year, and he used to shoot for PSE. Okay, so he came in the shop and he had a shot of one of these, and he said it had less torque than his Bowtech. Now what that means is this: how much of this torque you get on your hand grip. He thinks it's through the, his concept is it's through this bridge design. He thinks bridge design risers are less torquey to shoot. Now, again, I'm going to say it gets back to the archer because he shoots about the same score with all the bows, and you're talking about 1 or 2 points out of 700, right? So, and he's only just ordered this bow, so I can't tell you how much better he will shoot with it or whether he'll shoot worse with it. But he shoots extremely well with every bow he buys, so, because it gets back to the archer, okay? Because you can take recurve archers who shoot with fingers who shoot amazing scores, right? So it gets back to the archer. I can't stress it enough. But let's have a go and see what this... I was going to put it through a chronograph, but then I can't get my chronograph to work. So let's just try the draw cycle. So it's hard. Crikeys. Oh, right, back there. Whoa. Breathless is a good word. Like, wow. I don't know, like, I shot this bow, I can't even remember when, whether it was before my surgery or after my surgery. I couldn't have drawn this bow back after surgery. Now, I'm up to 50 pounds on a recurve shooting. Target recurve, and I can shoot a 60-pound bow no problem at the moment, and I'm holding 50 pounds with a recurve and doing it quite well. That is an aggressive draw cycle. It feels like a full throttle and the whole process of it. It's so fast, it's like crazy fast. It's a very solid wall. Like, I understand why people shoot well with it. But that draw cycle is not a draw cycle I'd want for a beginner. Oh. Shoots so good. Now, first thing I'm going to say, really hurt my chest pulling that thing back. So I've been shooting compound 60 pounds with weight. I've been shooting recurve 50 pounds. My chest has been okay. That hurt. That seriously hurt my chest. So if you're going to shoot this, the M2 cam, shoot at a lower poundage to make the same sort of feeling. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lower this down in poundage and see how it feels for me to shoot, because 60 pounds with this cam is just too aggressive for me. I love the back wall. It feels really solid. There is, like, some bows have got a big valley. This is like tiny. It just peaks, drops. That's it. There's no creep, no forward. In a bow where you've got creep in a valley, it may be more comfortable for you, but you'll create more inconsistencies. And again, I stress this is comparing a world-class archer to a beginner archer. Beginner archer, you better have the bigger valley, so you can just sit there and focus on yourself and form and all that sort of stuff. World-class archers shooting thousands of arrows a day, more consistent, can hold it and drawing it back easy. I'm not drawing this back easy at the moment. So let's just wind this down. And we're going to compare it to the SE, so let's just see how that goes. As I wind this bow back in strength, so that's two turns top and bottom, I just want to talk about Matthews in this review, because I've come out with a cam module system to adjust poundage and adjust let off and adjust rolling. You need to stock 180 modules. $20,000 worth of modules. Now my interest rates are 8.5% at the moment, so let's call it 10% because I get fees on top of that. So that's costing me, if I invest 20 grand, it's costing me $2,000 a year to hold those modules. So $40 a week to hold modules for Matthews in stock. So I need to sell 3 sets of Matthews modules a week to even make it worthwhile holding them, otherwise I'm losing money. It's a very, where the PSE, one bow suits everyone. You know, one module, it's, I stock a bow and I've got it covered. Now you might say, well, you need to stock more bows to cover the poundages. Well, with Bowtech that's the same, and I'm going to say, well, yes, we stock the red in 60. I'm not stocking 70 because target bows are generally 60 and under. And yes, there's 3D people who are 3D archers who shoot 70, but it's a small number. For me anyway in sales. So it's a small number, so I won't stock a 70 pound target bow. That would be custom ordered in and people will wait 8 weeks for it. Right, so this is 2 turns. Oh, see, I'm drawing this back a lot easier. Bang. Yeah, there's still, when you shoot, there's a bit of that when you come through, which is completely understandable. You got a cable slide and all that sort of stuff. Feels so much better. So much better. So 2 turns off, feels good, and I could shoot that. Now what I'm intending to do is set these up for target. Right, we're going to fit some target stabilizers to them, a target sight, and let's see what indoor score I shoot. Because I'm interested in what indoor score I shoot, and I've got the Australian Masters on in 3 weeks. I'm still undecided on what bow I'm shooting, so I'm going to slap a target sight onto it, slap some stabilizers on it and see how it shoots. Target bows always shoot better with target stuff on them because they're balanced for it. You see this bow's got no balance at the moment. It's built for adding stabilizers. Now this is the darker of the 2 bows in the black cherry. SE cam. I am so familiar with SE cams. I've shot SE cams for at least 10 years. Very, very happy with them. You've got draw length adjustment, let off adjustment here on the cam. It's a very simple cam system to adjust. And I'm going to say, of all the bows, and I can say, look, Elite and Bowtech are better for tunability because they're easier. PSE is probably, and I think without question, the easiest bow to adjust the draw length on. It's got little spots they clip into. It's just quick, it's easy. Right, so let's have a go. So this is a 60 pound. Well, that feels long. Okay, now that felt long to me. I don't know. I couldn't even feel it get into the valley. I couldn't even feel it. I couldn't feel the valley. It just felt soft at the start. And it doesn't feel like the SE cams of the past. The SE cams of the past had a very easy valley to go into. Very easy drawing bows. This starts off easy, builds up, valley. Similar sort of force when you shoot it, feels similar. The EME cam, probably because it's quicker, comes off with a bit more of that. Look very similar. The valleys are very tiny on both the cams. You can feel the difference in speed. I'd probably, to shoot this bow, I'd probably want down 1 turn to be comfortable shooting it. And I really don't know which one I prefer. I do like the idea of a faster cam, and I have shot faster cams bows before, but I'm interested to set them up for target and so see what sort of scores I shoot. And like I said, all we're going to do is fit stabilizers at a sight and go shoot. So it's not going to be like I've spent hours setting up a bow, but I still should be able to shoot pretty decent scores with it. So let's do that. And then the next video we'll do one with one bow and one with the other and see which one I shoot better scores with. I'm Stephen Hand from Archery Supplies. Thanks for watching, and remember, it's all good to have expensive gear, all the gear and no idea. It gets back to the archer. So The more you use a bow, the better you'll shoot. The more you work on yourself, because you vary much more than the bow varies, is going to be where you see results. So put the time in, get the results. I know I say it every video, but literally everyone who comes in my shop asks me about equipment, and I'm like, it's just you. And it's not what you want to hear. It's definitely not what you want to hear. Like, people come in today and they're like, what brace height do you shoot? And I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. It doesn't matter. I've just got to go and shoot good shots. Now, there is stuff that matters, arrow spine and all that sort of stuff. But generally not for the people who are coming and asking me these questions, because they're a very beginnerish level. It's all about you and shooting good shots. Once you get up to a higher level, then absolutely, and if you're at the world level, you can do whatever you want to do, because you're trying to find 1 or 2 points extra to be the very best. But just put the time in. I mean, you can literally see who puts the time in, because the ones on the podium are the ones who put the most time in. It's that simple. I'm Stephen Hand. Thanks for watching. Bye.